Welcome everyone to this edition of From Around the World Fridays. It's been a long time that since I've done an episode, so I'm excited to be doing this again. Not gonna guarantee that it's gonna be consistent, but I'll do what I can. So this week I'm exploring Glacier National Park. This is a trip I went on a couple weeks ago. As you can see here on the map, I was way up. It's in northwestern Montana, up in the Rocky Mountains, pretty close to Canada. So I made the drive from Yakima, Washington to get there. Went through the beautiful Flathead Valley, Kalispell's at there, and then entered through West Glacier there, and then made my way to Logan Pass, where I camped out for the night and got to see an amazing meteor shower and the Milky Way and all of that at night, and then started the hike in the morning. So we'll get into it here. But definitely recommend Glacier National Park for anyone interested. You're going to see some, in my opinion, some very beautiful pictures and just absolute stunning scenery. So let's jump in.
All right, so it's 3:30 in the morning right now. I'm at Glacier National Park. Got up here a little bit earlier this evening, and I'm up at Logan Pass Visitor Center parking lot. Just gonna take a quick nap here before I go hiking early in the morning on the Highline Trail. But if you haven't been here, you have to go. Go on a night, a summer night like tonight. It's August 12th, August 13th, early in the morning. The stars are incredible. The Milky Way is extremely clear. It's beautiful, and there are so many stars in the sky. I've seen, gosh, probably, oh my gosh, another one. I've seen probably 10 shooting stars uh, out here, but the Milky Way is all lit up. It's beautiful. It's what an epic sight. So highly recommend that for sure. But absolutely incredible.
So I started this hike, as you heard in the video. It was early in the morning, and then I went back to sleep for a little bit, and then I started the hike about 5:45 in the morning. So you see here, it's just starting to get light, just enough light to see what I was doing. I didn't ever actually need a headlamp. Got a picture with the Logan Pass sign there first, and then I headed out on the trail. Now, don't do what I did. There's a lot of signs there right at the start of the trail that say that this is a very frequent bear area. Always carry bear spray. Never hike alone. Um, didn't follow any of those rules. I was basically the only one out there and had no bear spray with me. So, um, yeah, not the smartest thing, but it is what it is. I survived. Yeah, so I started about 5:45 in the morning, and sunrise officially was like 6:25 in the morning. But there was enough light that I could see, and I could see the road that I drove up in the middle of the night. I didn't realize just how big of a drop it was off the road, because part of the first part of the hike on the Highline Trail is above the road that you drive up to get there. And I didn't realize just how far I could have fallen if something happened in the middle of the night. But anyways, as you can see here, the light's starting to come as I progress into the hike, and just the mountains just explode, and it's amazing, just beautiful. I was in awe the whole time on this hike, and seeing it with the sunrise was pretty incredible as well. And the views just kept getting better and better as I went along. It was stunning. I love looking back at these pictures. Um, yeah, highly recommend starting early in the morning, especially if you want to beat the crowds. So part of the reason why I went early is because during the summer months, Glacier is such busy national park, one of the busiest ones in the country. If you enter the park between 6 and 3 p.m., you have to get not only a national park pass to get into the park, but you have to get a specific reservation for a specific time. And those go super quick. They're super cheap, I think like $2. So you got to be like on top of it. And I knew I wasn't going to be able to get a pass, so my plan was to get up there and get inside the park before 6 a.m. and kind of get moving before 6 a.m. So I didn't have to deal with that. And thank God I did because by the time I came back, there were so many people. The parking lot was full. It would have been absolute chaos and definitely would not have been as enjoyable of an experience. So not only did I get the sunrise, but I got to basically experience all of this without anyone else around, and it was really magical. And yeah, highly recommend going early in the morning. There was also quite a lot of wildlife along the trail. Luckily, I did not see any bears at all the entire time. But I saw a marmot, I saw a bunch of squirrels, chipmunks, saw probably 15 goats altogether, a few different groups up there. And then I saw some deer and saw some sheep. So yeah, all pretty close to the trail. Got a lot of good pictures and videos, and you'll see some of them here. But yeah, lots of wildlife life up there. Especially in the morning, they're getting their breakfast in too. So yeah, it was really nice, and really glad I got to see a lot of wildlife on the trip, and no bears as well. That was a plus. So I continued along the trail. Altogether, round trip ended up being just under 16 miles. But the Highline Trail, it goes beyond where I turned off on it. But I went to hiked on the Highline Trail to the where it meets up with the Garden Wall Trail, and that's a total of about like 6.8, 6.7 miles to get there. Fairly, nice, really nice trail actually. The elevation gain, I think, is maybe a total of like 2,000 feet or so. But it's pretty gradual and over a long period of time, so it's not bad at all. But then you get to the Garden Wall Trail, and this is only a point 0.9 mile trail to the top, and it is basically straight up. I think it was almost 1,000 feet of elevation gain in point 0.9 miles. So it was hard. The Highline Trail, I recommend, I think kids and pretty much anyone could do that trail. Uh, that it is in decent shape. The Gardenwell Trail is a little bit different. So I recommend just being prepared to suffer a lot hiking up that trail. Even for me, I've been doing hiking a lot. I did the 100-mile race not too long ago. It still took me almost half an hour to hike point 0.9 miles straight up. It was pretty brutal. But yeah, as you can see, I'm starting to climb here, and the view, well worth it though. So the payoff is definitely worth it.
Oh, this Garden Wall Trail. is no joke. It's only 0.9 miles, but it's like almost 1,000 feet of elevation gain in those 0.9 miles. I've already hiked 7, and started at 7,000 feet, so it's a lot. Shoot. Even being in good shape, I am dying. So this is my break time right now, but man, this is beautiful. Look, Glacier Park, a little after 8 in the morning, August 13th, 2023. Incredible. Okay, so I made it to the top of the Garden Wall Trail, and this is the view that I have.
So this was my view at the top. So at the top of the Garden Wall Trail is the Grinnell Glacier overlook point, and yeah, insane view. It was perfect. I climbed up a little bit higher from where the trail ends, and sat down and had some breakfast. Just kind of chilled out for a little bit, watched the squirrels playing out there. There happened to be three goats that were walking along not too far below me, so I watched them for a little bit, and I was the only one up there. It was pretty wild. So yeah, just an epic view. I can't even pictures don't do it justice by any means. But it was beautiful. Uh, well worth the the hike to get there, and definitely would go do it again. Um, and yeah, it would be actually be really fun to try to get up there earlier as the sun is just rising to see what that looks like as well. Um, yeah, that was my view at the top, and then I started heading back down, and that's when I started seeing people. And there was, gosh, probably I probably passed 100 people that were hiking on the trail that time on my way back. So definitely got a lot busier for sure, but still beautiful views.
It's pretty epic up here. What a view. There's some goats up around the corner here, some chipmunks running around. It's a beautiful morning.
So just some more views here, and as I'm making my way back, this is when I saw some deer, and then I saw there's three young rams, sheep that were right near the start of the trailhead, and right near a lot of people. And it was kind of surprising that they were there, but yeah, great hike all in all. About 16 miles, took me just under 6 hours, and really enjoyed it. And then I went to the visitor center there at Logan Pass. Went to the bathroom and then made my way back down, drove down the mountain through the West Glacier, and headed home. Got a couple pictures here with the sign again, and yeah, it was beautiful. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.